So let's talk about the syllabus. Tell me about who makes those things and who decides what goes into it, and do you think it's a good system?
See, there are two major boards of education in India, the CBSE, ICSE, and of course every state has an SSLC board.
Okay.
So they do have a research team. Every year, I think they do look at the syllabus, add, subtract, modify what is required.
Okay.
It's there. To a large extent, I will say that the boards are doing their jobs.
All right.
And it's a pretty good syllabus, but there's a vast difference between the ICSE and the CBSE.
Okay.
CBSE does go on that rote learning path, while ICSE is more of application based.
So why on earth do we have two of these systems?
That is a question which the government...
Haven't you people asked you as a teacher?
No, because they're so different from each other.
But why do we need two different systems
It's been
providing
there.
graduates to the same stream of colleges?
It's been there
but that's
for
no
many,
excuse,
many
is it?
years. But I don't know who has authority. I don't think the CBSE particularly cares, because the majority of the schools in India are following the CBSE.
Okay.
But me as a parent, as a teacher, when I taught, I preferred the ICSE.
Okay.
It makes the children think for themselves.
All right.
Every question which comes in their examinations are application based. They are taught a concept and they have to apply it to a situation, whether it's physics, maths, biology,
language,
history,
it all works.
English, everything. I think but maybe CBSE is moving more towards not having examinations anymore. That's an option a child of 15 has. Do you want to do your 10th exam, or do you want to just do an internal examination and just pass over into the 11th standard? That's an option which ICSE doesn't give.
Yeah, but in the other system, you don't need to take an exam.
No, in a CBSE,
You don't need to.
You
So
do
how
your
can you have
first
one
board
set of
exam in
students?
12th.
How can you have one set of students within the same educational system? They don't need to take an exam to go into the 11th standard or whatever that thing is, and the other ones do need to take.
Exactly.
What's the meaning in that? What is the sense in that?
So that is, I have no idea why we actually have these
Doesn't
two
your-
systems.
doesn't your
I think the
seniors-
ICSE is sort of being phased out. It's probably all going into CBSE, where you have this continuous comprehensive evaluation. So
Okay.
no board exam, nothing to stress a child until he's in the 12th grade. So I think
And then he
that's
can
where,
fail.
Then it's up to him. Hopefully they'll
So
all
the school
pass
is not
it.
concerned at that point.
School is not concerned.
You'll push them right through 12 years of
Yes.
school,
Yeah.
and you'll collect your fee,
Yeah.
and you'll be happy.
Yes.
All right.
And then in the 12th, they will decide what it is that they want to do, what stream they want to follow, and just
So
carry on.
as the teaching staff, what would they like? CBSE or ICSE?
I think CBSE.
Yes?
Less question papers to set, less time spent correcting those same answers.
And it's a completely Indian thing as opposed to
Yes.
Cambridge and all that where
It's
the ICSE is.
completely Indian.
Okay.
The Cambridge thing is called IGCSE.
Okay.
And that's that's a very, very tough syllabus. It's not for everybody.
Okay.
An IGCSE.
So a country like ours, do you think we need to go and learn British history? Or is it good that they just learn Indian history and then whatever applied thing they do in physics and chemistry, whatever we teach in the CBSE system is good for our country?
CBSE systems is good for our country as far as the child is concerned, because there's no stress on him.
Okay.
And it's a pretty easy way of learning.
No, but
Why?
does he come out with any skills?
He does. Yeah, I think it all comes down to the school and the way it is run.
And the teacher, obviously.
Everything finally just comes down to the teacher.
So
and
do
the
teachers
principal.
have motivational courses with the government makes them go through like a refresher course for somebody even...
No, once a B.Ed, always a B.Ed. You really don't have to do anything more than that.
There are
to
no
continue
renewals, no
teaching.
refresher
No
courses?
renewal and refreshers. There is an M.Ed, which is an essential qualification if you want to move up into a college.
Okay.
So in a school, I think that's what is required.
But schools are where they make or break our future so-called
Yes,
citizens.
Yes.
And if that is going to be such a hit or miss thing that you have this system you can follow, that system you can follow,
Yeah.
that one teaches better,
But
this one teaches lousy.
That is Mr. Kapil Sibal's idea. Give children a choice. Let them write an exam at 15 if they want to. If they don't want to, let them just continue.
What happens
Give
if he is in
everybody an education.
ICSE and wants to write an exam? He can't.
If he's in ICSE, he has to write the exam.
Or the other way around. If he is
The
in a
other way
CBSE
around?
school, he doesn't have
He
to.
doesn't have to write the exam.
Even if he
doesn't
wants to,
want-
he can't.
No. If he wants to, he can.
He can always do it.
Yes.
But why would any child do it?
See, that happens with parents who want their children to get into college.
Okay.
They don't want to stay in a school anymore. That's when they write the board exam and then go
Or
on.
that 2 years when they get into the...
Yeah. If you're going to stay in a school, do the internal thing and just continue till the 12th grade. in the
Okay,
same
what
school.
about things like other material? They always see movies, Hollywood movies particularly, when boys and girls are sitting in these huge cavernous libraries, flipping through dozens of books and all that. Do they do all that in your school?
Oh, not much. There are books, there are libraries, yes, but I don't think it's used as
The
much
teachers
for
also don't
reference.
ask them to go and do reference work on their own.
No. And in a higher class, yes. But I say that when the child turns 10, he should be,
10 as in age 10.
10 as in age.
Okay.
That is when they should be actually rooted in the right way. That research is something which they should do on their own. But they don't. They have, it is a period where the children can go to the library, sit next to their friends, look at some comics,
chat.
giggle, chat, and spend 40 minutes.
Okay,
That's
so
essentially-
there is no interaction among teachers of different schools talking about problems and all that. Does that happen?
I think the heads of the schools do.
But their heads never talk to the tails.
Yeah, exactly.
So then what's the big
So
deal?
the
The
heads
heads-
do. The heads meet regularly, I believe.
They do. They probably have a cup of tea and scones.
Well, not the scone, but definitely the vada.
Yeah.
But they do that regularly. But the teachers from across a city like Bangalore, which is where I come from, I don't think the teachers meet very often, unless they are a group of schools.
Okay. Under
Then
the
they
same.
meet. Yeah, under the same management. There are
Okay.
3 and 4 schools.
All right. If
They
I were to
meet.
ask you your wish list, and not lamba chauda wish list, it's short wish, 3 wishes. What would you like to see changed?
I would like to see teachers or other people coming in to wanting to be a teacher, first thing.
Okay.
And I'd like to see more men in the profession.
Ah.
You don't find men unless
Okay.
they are a PT sir or whatever.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't find men teaching any
All
subject.
women teaching.
For the
Is
most
that part of the reason why the kids attack each other with sickles and knives and I mean, there's no discipline in class at all?
No, see, teachers, I mean, they're so scared to be themselves with the children. They worry that they will, they'll get too close to the teacher,
Okay.
then they don't listen to them anymore.
All
There
right.
is no happy medium. Teachers haven't learned how to be friendly with their students, be good to them, but and
Be a
also,
teacher.
yes, and get respect.
And
That's
so,
what they
and what do
don't
you
know.
say about people who enter this teaching profession, who entered there because they lost their way and fell into the school?
Absolutely. And also another reason probably is that there is a subsidy if you want to do a B.Ed.
Okay.
So that will be somebody who needs a job at the end of it and cannot afford the fee for something which is of their interest. You do a B.Ed, you get a subsidy from the government.
Okay.
So that will be a major contribution to why you have a vast number of girls who get into doing
So these
B.Ed.
private schools will encourage them go get their B.Ed after they
B.Ed.
worked a couple of
Yeah.
years,
Yes.
and they fund them for it or
Yes,
something.
fund them for it. I mean, they pay their fees and it's probably just cut every month and so they're okay. So they'll
Alright.
employ, if they think that they're worth it, they will employ them.
Okay, so how does
and then
one
do it.
person become a headmaster? Curious question. I've seen some real,
I think so
samples.
many years of experience, definitely.
Okay, is there a board that inspects them?
Unless you're a group, it's the management's decision who they put as a principal. There is no board, none of those.
Government school, is it seniority?
It's seniority.
So you get a-
Seniority plus maybe another degree to add to the B.Ed.
Okay.
Unless you've done an M.Com in education management, something like that. A
So
post-graduation.
all in all, it sounds very depressing.
But
because-
it isn't. Actually, children love going to school.
Well, you could
They
have
don't
fooled me.
have. No, but they do. They enjoy going to school. But they learn anything, that's a
I
different
mean,
thing.
going to school is different from entering the school gates. Once you go into the school gates, things are different.
They
Love
enjoy
to go to school,
it.
I'm
They
sure.
love school. Well, I take my own 2 sons. They hated their weekends because they had to spend it with us at home.
They'd rather be in school.
They'd rather be in school.
So there
You
is
know
still
what?
hope. Let's put it that way.
There is plenty of hope.